I called that shit. I called this shit 3.5 episodes ago of our podcast. Did I not? Did I not call? I'm so sorry, Vivian. That was what I was waiting for. I was waiting for you to start so I could cut you off and say, sorry, do the ditty and then I'll get back into it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Earth 118 podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Vivian, here with Jasmine, who clearly is extremely excited about something that happened in the episode.
Stop it, Vivian. Did I not 3.5 or 4? I don't want to look through the tapes. Someone else, if we had an editor, they would look through the tapes. But they would. I swear to you, Vivian, I said, if Daredevil comes on this show, they're bumping uglies. That's the only. They're gonna. And You did. And when I watched it, the second it happened, I was like, yeah, Jasmine said this was gonna happen, and she was right. Why? Because Marvel needs to hire me to write shit, or I guess they don't, because
obviously they did it themselves.
They did it themselves. It was great. Everything's great.
But you can cross that off your bingo card.
No.
Matt and Jen fucked. We're gonna put a bleep over that.
No, we're not. Because I clicked the button on YouTube. This is not for kids. I will not.
Okay.
Anyway.
But yes. So we got Daredevil. They did things together. And he has a new suit. I liked this episode. Aside from Matt Murdock being introduced to She-Hulk, I liked this episode. It was okay. Although leapfrog, ribbity rip it dude.
Yeah. You know he's canon, right? He's actually a canon character.
Yes, no, I know. I remember seeing him in the trailer. So when I saw him in the episode, I was like, oh my God, I forgot this dude was going to be in the show. Yeah. And I wanted him to rip it out the window.
Well, he did. And then, he broke his legs. That's literally what happened. So
I can cross that off my bingo card.
There you go. But no, starting at the beginning of this episode, I understand, the need for them to finally have another court case. Obviously, that's the way that Matt Murdock was going to get introduced in this episode. And I thought that it was really cute that she kind of has this little fight with her seamster. I was going to call it a seamstress, but like her little seamster. Because it did seem like they have a little bit of animosity, and he's like a little sass monster. So I think it's really cute, having them play off of like, oh, he's the only one. And I swear to you, I did not think that she was ever going to wear the superhero outfit. I thought that it was going to be a little teaser thing that maybe it plays into season 2, but I thought we were going to go the whole, honestly, She-Hulk.
Did you think that even after getting the clip with Daredevil? Like the teaser clip they released?
Even then, I thought she was going to show up, or like they have an accidental run-in or something like that. I did not think, because she's fought before, and I guess before, it's been like happenstance or like people running up on her. So she's never had time to plan her superheroism.
Put on the suit.
Right. So I guess in that she had a bit more time. And so sure, let's put on the suit. Thought the suit was cute. Very cute.
I didn't expect to see Jen wearing the suit. Like I expected She-Hulk for obvious reasons.
That's the point of the suit, is that everything that he makes.
I realized that after.
Yes. So
once she was wearing it, I was like, like I knew that was the case, but I was like, oh look, Jen's wearing it and it's cute.
It looks good both ways. I wish we would have seen her gala outfit like in both ways, because that's kind of the point too. That's the only thing that I feel like out of the entire episode, if I had been missing, or if I had wanted something beyond the clips of Daredevil. I wish they would have just shown more than just the little feet and ankles. Just like lift it up I don't have to see Jen.
It looked like they were dancing. Like I was like, they're dancing behind that door.
You damn skippy they are. Doing a whole ass tango and mambo, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so have you watched Daredevil?
Yes. Are you high?
I'm saying that because I haven't watched Daredevil.
Shut the fuck up. Bro.
I've seen.
It's not get the fuck out. No. Shut up.
Listen.
Shut up. Nothing you have to say.
I lost all credibility.
All fucking credibility. Because you're missing so many cute little nuances because you didn't watch the show. Like the little fight scene.
I know.
No, shut up. No, you don't. That's the thing. No, you don't. so sorry. I love her.
I
Audience,
know because
swear,
I watched the show last night with
something
people who have seen it. So they were like, you don't even get it.
Yeah,
you need to watch the show.
There is a specific scene and I was like, oh my God, yes. Ha ha ha, hilarious. And it's the scene where he's about to fight a bunch of thugs down the hallway. That is a signature, honestly, I think it's an award-winning fight choreographed scene in both of the seasons of Daredevil. It is a one shot of him beating ass. And it is literally the camera never moves, but it's just him. And then I think the first one is down the hallway. The second one in the second season is like down a stairwell. Okay. When I tell you, I was like, we're about to get that fight scene. And then She-Hulk felt it. I was like, damn, see what you did there. That's hilarious.
So let me finish.
Sorry.
Really quick. I've seen the first season. So I have seen that hallway scene. I watched it recently. I started it maybe a month ago because I knew Matt was going to be in She-Hulk. So I was like, I need to educate myself. I need to catch up.
Naturally. So
I've seen the first season, have not seen past that. So I don't understand the little nuances that are Matt Murdock. Like I don't know too much about his character yet because I've only seen him at like still in the black, like all black suit. Like he's not even Daredevil really yet.
God, bro. Sorry.
But I went on the internet after watching the episode, as one does. Not even after watching the episode. No, it was when Marvel dropped. No, Marvel dropped the clip. Marvel dropped a clip of the show of yesterday's episode prior, like hours before. So I watched that clip and everyone in the comments it was split between that one line that Matt says, the my ass isn't whooped yet, or what is it? Do you know what line I'm talking about?
I know. When she's like, I whooped your ass, in the face, like, I don't think my ass has been whooped just yet.
My ass remains unwhooped. My
ass remains unwhipped. I think you're missing the math here. The math's a little off here.
So it was half were like, that's the cheesiest line I've ever heard. Like, that's so dumb. Like, the writing is so bad. But then the other half was, that is the most Matt Murdock line you could write.
The one-liner the second he walked into the courtroom where he was like, sorry, I had a hard time finding parking, and everyone's like, arr. Like, that is quintessential. Like, he makes you, and like, even later on when he's like, wow, you're making fun of a blind man's outfit? Like, the fuck? Yeah. He makes me, and I love that, because I do that with racial jokes. You make people uncomfy because you're like, what? I didn't say that. I just, fuck, no. But he's
and then it's just like, no, I'm joking.
I'm joking. I understand I am blind. I am making a joke at my own expense. Haha, we giggle now. Like, and that's why Jen was like, damn, this guy's kind of doing it for me. Because he's unapologetically himself, which is what she is now becoming.
Needless to say, I fell in love yesterday. Mm-hmm. I'm sold. I need to finish that series like today.
I also think it's really, for my own journey in this She-Hulk, I remember when I correctly analyzed this happening way early on, you recall, yes. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't being an idiot and that I wasn't saying something that was already canon within Marvel. So I did a heavy deep dive in the comics, online, in Reddit, and you know Reddit's the best source for random shit. I did a deep dive to see if there were any encounters of Jennifer Walters and Matt Murdock bedoodling. None. Yeah. None that I could speak of.
This was the first.
This was the first, and the fact that it is now MCU canon, fucking check kiss. It is law. They are gonna have blind Hulk babies. It's gonna be perfect. Perfect.
So you just jumped from them cadoodling to she's pregnant.
Literally, echolocation eggs everywhere. Fucking sprouting, okay? Everywhere.
I'm not gonna lie. I was shocked that he was only in this episode because he went back to New York. I thought we were gonna get him for the last 2 episodes, but I did not mind this cameo. But again, I'm not diehard Daredevil fan. I haven't seen the show, so I don't know how other people feel about. How do you feel about him only being in this episode? Is my question.
It literally doesn't even. I don't care because they flucked. He's coming.
That was sufficient enough for you?
It doesn't matter whether it's sufficient enough or not. It flucking happened, and I'm gonna keep hitting that word because it happened.
Yeah.
Anything could happen now. she's a woman. She's a woman, okay? And what I mean by that is the storylines could go. She could be pregnant. She could be pregnant. She could be like, damn, he's my one and only true love. Let me go to New York. Let me fuck around and go to New York. Girls trip, find him. Like, bruv,
this just opened up a number of possibilities
because
for
the
you.
way we are two average females, two average single females on the bilateral spectrum. And when I saw Josh in last week's episode, we did a full-on fucking Instagrammable deep dive.
Yeah,
until I found him. He has a fiance, by the way. Fine.
Which Jasmine respects.
I understand it. I acknowledge it. And I will not go any further. If that is respect, then sure. But yes, however, I'm just saying, Jennifer Walters knows he's smashable, all right? And we will do a lot for the D, all right? That Devil D is thick, all right? That's a thick boy of mustard and ketchup, and she wants the hot dog, okay? The jokes were made in the episode, I can remake them.
Huh? Why don't I remember that joke?
You know, because she makes fun of him.
Yeah.
She makes fun of his outfit. She's like,
oh, the red, the mustard. Okay, yes. See,
right, but in LA at night, they have like little hot dog vendors all around Hollywood, and they're called devil dogs. And so she just wants to get her little devil dog with ketchup and mustard. Winky face.
Yeah. I see, my brain when you first made the joke went elsewhere, and then I remembered the joke was originally about a suit. So you made a different joke.
I am a comedian when I feel like it. Mm-hmm. I have wit and witticism. Anyway, moving on. What else in the episode? Nothing else.
Yes. Literally. What do you mean nothing else? The whole ending? Can we talk about the fact that they attacked her for being they're calling her
slut? They
like
literally,
their whole plan, the whole thing, the villain here are people upset about the fact that Jen Walters has sex, that Jen is a woman.
It's almost like life imitates art, or art imitates life. That's like, that is quite literally what happened from, did I not, let's go back a few more episodes when I brought back those fucking quotes of the people being like, I didn't realize that She-Hulk was such a fucking slut. It is hilarious.
Okay, so when that happened in the courtroom, I couldn't remember if when we read that on our podcast, if that was something we read off of the show or if that was something we Googled and read comments of. Because I was like, holy shit, life is imitating art. Yeah. Because this is literally, and then I sat there and I'm like, oh wait, maybe it was from the show and I'm just remembering wrong. But no.
Those were real tweets that someone had tweeted and that a bunch of news articles were like, what the fuck is this shit? Yeah. It was that, this is truly just Marvel being ahead of the game and knowing exactly how people were going to react to Jennifer Walters, even though she is just as promiscuous in the comics. Yeah. In fact, she's worse in the comics. She is literally, and I say this with the utmost respect, she was a hoe. She walked into that courtroom and knew, well, not a hoe, but she's not a hoe, but she knew her sexuality was written by a man. And so that was what they played off of. Her and her green Hulk, it was literally like the wolf whistling when she walked by. She was overly sexualized. And so it's incredible that Jennifer Walters in this show now is being called a slut, and like that's the villainous
for doing the bare minimum.
For doing the bare fucking
for being a woman who has fun sometimes.
Yeah. She exists, and you're throwing up her grinder, her grinder's not the right one. But sorry.
Tinder.
Yeah, what is it? Her Finster? What did you say?
Tinder.
Oh, Tinder. Sorry, I don't fucking know. But yeah, her like Tinder, throwing her Tinder up there. I don't use Tinder. They're like throwing her Tinder up there and being like, this is, we don't need a superhero that's a hoe. I literally bring back evidence number one, Tony Stark.
I was about to say, Mr. Tony Stark was out here.
Literally in his bio, Playboy, billionaire, philanthropist. Playboy is in his fucking title.
Tony Stark is a slut.
Tony Stark was a slut. Have some respect.
Ouch. I forgot.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, it was when we got to that point And I sat there and was like, wait. The whole intelligentsia website, this was what they were doing?
This is what they were mad about.
Which means Josh is even more of a grimy human. Wait, Josh was the guy she slept with.
Yeah, Josh.
Okay,
Josh is
even more of a slimy human being.
Yeah.
Because I thought he was going to try to steal stuff from her phone that had like files on Hulk and files on like some secret things that he thought he would find. No, it was literally so he could sleep with her, make a sex tape unconsensuated.
Here's the thing though, Josh can go to jail for that. We know specifically that he filmed them having sex. That's a first offense. Second, he posted that online. He put it in a public forum. Josh, she could sue the absolute pants off of Josh if she wanted to. And
you know who could be her lawyer?
Her best friend. I'm sorry, I meant Matt Murdock. Your face is telling me Matt Murdock. Okay, yeah.
Her best friend, Matt Murdock.
Her best fuck, Matt Murdock. Matt. I love him. I want to look him. Anyway, moving rightfully. It's not fair. I watched that scene and I was like, go! God,
I need you to know that the scene where he was like listening to the heartbeats and she was like scared.
My favorite quote! I'm so excited for you to get to the quote. Sorry, let you finish. Sorry.
Yeah, that part. I don't like, my stomach had butterflies. I was like, why do I feel this way right now?
That's fucking Matt Murdock. Where you
that was crazy.
You need like a wet wipe to deal with him. Like, I'm not even joking.
I was literally like, I felt like Jen. Like the way Jen was looking at him is how I was looking at my screen.
Like my favorite. Let's get to the quote. We're skipping to it.
Quote of the day.
Literally, when he was like, oh, there's like this many people here, and she's like, how do you hear that? He's like, oh, I can hear the heartbeats. Don't worry about it. It's the thing I do. And she goes, no, you can't. And he literally starts to listen to her fucking heartbeat, and he's like, actually, you have an accelerated heart rate. She's like, no, what? I'm perfectly healthy, but like
I know her response was, I'm healthy. Like that doesn't mean your heart's not right.
Exactly, but it's like her saying no. Like I don't like. When I tell you that is Matt Murdock to a fucking T, like Matt Murdock.
I don't know why I didn't know this man was a flirt.
Bro, like, he's a hoe. He is a gentleman hoe, and I love him.
A gentleman hoe. Yeah.
I say he's a gentleman hoe in the best fucking way. I would, in an instant, in a goddamn heartbeat, in one of Jennifer's heartbeats, I would. Sorry. There are images of him. If there are comic book images of him with like Black Cat, with fucking. I say Black Cat because that's the most recent one I saw, but okay. Not every, he's not that bad, but enough female superheroes where you're like, damn, man, you ain't got no kids out there. That's wild. That is, but anyway, going back to what I was saying, I respect this episode, but also when I was watching Jennifer, when he was like, oh, so when are you going to New York? And he's like, tomorrow. But like, when I come back, can I take you out to dinner? And she was like, I mean, you know, why wait? I was like, bitch! Can I show you? This is what I texted my friend earlier. Okay. Because I was like, and I know we're getting close to the end, but I just have to tell you what I texted.
Okay.
So I sent a gif of me clapping, right? Uh-huh. And I said, me watching Daredevil the most recent episode of She-Hulk.
Uh-huh.
She says, when I say I nutted, I would die for him.
Yeah.
I called this day one, but I was like, Jenny, girl. She said, why wait? I could have dinner anytime. And Matt said, hey, don't nobody know me in Beverly Hills. Let me just go ahead and do my 6 a.m. my slut stroll through a Rodeo Drive.
He did the walk of shame. It wasn't a walk of shame. That man was proud of himself.
No, he did a slut strut. That was full on prowess. He was proud of what he did, and I am just all for it.
I love that they did that they threw that in, because I thought that was just funny, and it's like, it's little things like that I'm like, I love this show.
Not like the fact he could not do that in Hell's Kitchen, but his ass said, okay, yeah, let me just go grab myself some egg slut really quick and call it a day. I loved it. I loved it. Best episode ever.
Best up because of Matt.
No, not just because of Matt, but because this was the first. I literally have been telling you since day uno. Whenever someone asks, they're like, oh, what do you like about She-Hulk? And I'm like, as a woman, I feel like I have to like it. And I do, it's cute. But I feel like this, and it's crazy that it's this episode, but this is the first time where I genuinely felt a connection to Jennifer Walters' She-Hulk, and it was because she had butterflies and she liked the guy and she fucking went for it. And it was great because he liked her back, and it was what I thought I was getting with Josh, but I got it with Daredevil, and I think that's exciting. And on top of that, I like it when Marvel breaks our reality and what we know to be Marvel, you know. I both like it when I say that, but then I like bitched about Miss Marvel and how much they changed about her. But I like it with respect. I really like it when they take initiative and properly change things or add a little spice to the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, it's a change in like it's like a break in the line. I don't know the phrase I'm trying to say. But it's refreshing, essentially, because we don't see this often in the MCU, especially from a woman character. And the fact that there's another thing that I was going to touch on, that she acknowledges, because she can break the fourth wall, so she's able to acknowledge these things as well, like acknowledge what is different, what Marvel is doing different with this show specifically, and also what it's doing the same. Because she acknowledged the fact that the pacing didn't feel right. Did you pick up on that?
Where she's like, why is this still... Wait, the gala, we're doing that today? What?
Yes. And I was like, is this, because that's what so many people complain about is the pacing of the show. So I'm like, okay, give me a second.
She commented on the fact that normally this is where the episode would end. She's not necessarily commenting on the overarching pace. I feel like you're stretching it a little bit, in my opinion. I recognize, I hear you, I acknowledge, I just disagree. I disagree in like the overarching, but in that specific episode, let's call attention to it. That being said, how I know that you kind of really want to dive in on the end of the episode. How do you think that the end of the series is going to play out now that that situation has come to light? Her hulking out and now being an aggressor, if not an anti-hero. Yeah.
So we were talking about this at the end of the episode, the friends I was watching with, and I didn't think this, but they thought that she lost control the same way that Bruce does when he turns into Hulk, where he kind of like Hulk takes over and he has he doesn't remember what happened. They think that is what happened to Jen, that she hulked out and like blacked out for a second and then came to at the very last frame. I'm like, no, I think she was well aware.
No, because she fully acknowledged in that room when she saw those people. She was like, well, before that, she acknowledged what she had done and had a moment of regret on her face, then saw, and I correct me if I'm wrong, was the douchebaggery who called her a specimen? Is he part of the bad guys?
Yeah,
it looked like him, but I know he was all masked up. I thought it was Josh.
No,
it looked like she was about to like unmask
the guy in all black.
Yeah.
Yes. I thought it looked like him. Could be wrong, but he has been making an appearance every now and then. So I feel like he is definitely someone.
Well, I could see him being the ultimate bad guy because she won't go for him. And so he's upset. And in being a male who is upset when a woman doesn't like him, they lash out and, oh, she's just a slut because she's not, why can't they pick the nice guys kind of a thing. Yeah. So I could see this guy with a lot of money creating an intelligentsia and being the head of the anti-She-Hulk campaign simply because she continues to deny him. And it fucking sucks, again, that is like that's the ultimate baddie. Again, it's a Carly situation all over again because we had Tatiana or Tilapia. We had, Tapioca in the very beginning of this series, who we thought was going to be the big baddie, who was advertised as the big fucking baddie.
Yeah.
And the actual baddie are good guys, like the good men. The why doesn't she pick me? The pick me bros. Like,
I don't know.
That sucks.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, like when we got to the episode, like I said, I was like, wait, this is what the whole, like, this is the bad thing that was coming. Like, this is what was built up against her. But I don't know. As I sit with it more, I don't dislike it because it's real. It's very real. But for like,
it being what Hulk is coming
fair
up as a female superhero that the only, or at least the first big baddie and your first introduction into the MCU and superheroism is angry men. That's not fair to me. I
know that it's making a commentary on these struggles that women face.
But the fact that we have to keep making this thing, we know this. Women fucking struggle. We are angry. We established that in episode 1 when we said we're always angry and we have to suppress it every goddamn day. We knew that from the get-go. So for you to then make the villain bad men, I respect She-Hulk as a woman more. It's not fair that Doctor Strange has these epic villains his first time out the fucking gate. It's not fair that Iron Man had an impressive. Every single other superhero, including Black fucking Widow, her goddamn teacher, the one who took out her uterus. Like, that is an ultimate villain, a serious villain. It's not men.
Well, I feel like with Jen Walters' She-Hulk, a lot of this series was kind of showing more of like a not so much superhero side of her. She is super, but she's not so much a superhero yet. She's very much more what's the word? I don't like a regular person, like day-to-day person, I guess. And so this is a regular day-to-day problem that she would face as Jen Walters and now as She-Hulk. So I feel like we've seen Black Widow, we've seen even Kamala Khan come against like these bigger, like overarching supervillains. So I feel like for this being her first like up against something, it feels like it makes sense, at least for this first season, for this show.
Well, Kamala Khan gets an actual superhero and a threat, interdimensional threat, and She-Hulk gets anti-women hate.
Well, She-Hulk we haven't even seen everything She-Hulk can be yet. Even Matt told her, like, you don't do this. You don't do the superhero stuff. And she doesn't. That's not like that. She's making her way to that, and we haven't seen that yet.
But if we put her into a box, she'll never make it. And that's my problem. You're putting She-Hulk into this box. You set it up from the beginning, and she has not. You set it up from the beginning. You put her into this box, and now you're continually hammering over the head men. I mean, even when you think she's up, it's still men. It started off with her shitty job and men putting her down there, and even her co-worker saying, I should take over this brief. We started with that. We move on to a new company where, again, the boss is a man and telling her, no, we only hired She-Hulk, not really you. Again, being said, put down by the man. Then her first, Emil Blonsky, he's great. We're not going to say anything bad about him. We're going to move on. Josh, literally piece of shit, again, can't trust men, awful men, just down. Literally has men tell her, hey, you need to do better. A circle of fucking men telling her this is how you need to be. Moving rightly on to now Daredevil. I have nothing negative to say about him. He's perfect. But again, moving from that into she's a slut, it's a bummer that every step of the way we've been, hey, her biggest woe is men, and it'll always be men. So I don't think we necessarily have to say it will always be men. But that is what it is right now, and that is the consistency. I'm going off of consistency. From point A to point B, the consistent thread has been anti-men, super slut Jen. That is the thought process throughout the entire thing, and my only concern, my only worry is that we are putting She-Hulk into a box that unfortunately it's going to be awkward to take her out of. I wish they would have put forth some sort of initiative that there is more. There's more concerns that there is a possibility, even Daredevil saying, like you said, well, you don't do this, is putting her into a box and saying, oh, sweet child, you don't know the concerns of actual heroes. Stick in your own little playpen. And I worry.
I disagree with, I don't see that as putting her in a box. I see that as the opportunity to do more.
Because she's in a box.
More as an opportunity.
Because she is currently in a box.
Well, everyone has to start somewhere. I don't think that we're putting her in a box and like tying like chains around it where it's fully closed. I think this is opportunity for, okay, this is what we saw her deal with first season. This was the underlying theme, overarching theme. Now season 2, what else can she do? We've already done this. What else can we do? And I think that's when we're going to see her.
So then riddle me this, Batman. Why is it that Kamala Khan gets an interdimensional fight and she just has this.
Because that's what the entire premise of Kamala Khan was. It started with a mystical bracelet, so
and
it's going to end
started with her getting gamma radiation. How does gamma radiation end up to the only thing that matters to me is not being called a slut?
Well, I feel like yes. Okay, I'm like gonna quote you to you.
Get it? Give me.
You have said like you have said you'd love to see more of like the human, not the human side, but like the
Skippy.
The regular side of things. Yes. So this is the regular side of things. We're literally seeing Jen come against the most common problem women go through, and I see like there's nothing wrong with that, because a lot of women, a lot of people who are new to the MCU who are now finding, are you raising your hand? Let me finish my sentence. A lot of people who are like going through being introduced to this show, they're going to attach themselves to characters, and some people, maybe this is their first time being introduced to a character that they finally love, and they happen to be a woman, and they're getting to see her struggle like this. So I feel like it's nice to be able to have someone that you can still resonate with, even if it's not some interdimensional Thanos-sized problem. It's something that you can relate to, and you get to see a superhuman, super female do that. Yes, Jasmine.
Objection, Your Honor. Relevancy and objection, Your Honor. Out of context. So my direct quote was, I want to see normal people doing normal things in the MCU. Yes. That was my direct quote. You took what you wanted out of that to fit, and I appreciated that, because hey, lawyering, that's what you fucking do. You fit it to how it fits to you. And honestly, had I have not remembered what I'd actually said, you would have fucking won that case. However, that's not what I said. I don't mind Jennifer Walters doing normal shit, but Jennifer Walters isn't just normal anymore. And the only thing, and this is where I'm going to rest my case, the only thing I ask for is that as a female superhero who has, from the comics, we've stripped her of the identity of just being a thought, T-H-O-T.
Okay, I was going to ask
that
first.
Thought. Yes. We've taken that from her and made her a genuine human being, the thing that I did ask for. And we have seen her dealing with normal stress, but we've seen her from the fucking get-go dealing with that. That I'm not going to argue. You are 100%. That is exactly what I wanted, and I got that. Yeah. Now I'm asking, what else? I'm literally in the princess, what is it? The Swan Princess. Okay. When Derek is like, you're beautiful. You're so beautiful. And she's like, okay.
Now what?
What else?
Yeah.
And literally he's like, well, what else is there? I feel like that's what you are giving me right now. It's okay, well, you've gotten that. She's a regular person dealing, what more do you want? Well, more. But
it's not what more do you want? This is just starting. This is just the beginning. I think there is
right. And my counter argument to that is, why is it that every other superhero gets more? Why is it that this superhero's our starting line is way back here when every single one of her predecessors, including her cousin, got to start so much further up? That's the only thing I'm asking. And I know that I'm not going to get it because I am getting exactly what I'm being handed. But in analyzing She-Hulk, I only question why. Why is it that you feel like I can't chew more from Jennifer Walters?
Yeah. Okay.
Period.
Okay. I see, and I not necessarily agree with that statement, but like I could ask that too. Like I would also ponder this thought.
Sure. If I had them in front of him, you would also be like, I just want to hear the answer.
Yeah, no, like, okay, if there's an answer to that, yeah, let's hear it. I'd love to know, but
we don't have
as far as argument is, we're not arguing, but that's how I feel in regards to it. I think that it works, and
it's enough for you.
I'm not going to say it's enough for me. I'm going to take it, and I'm excited to see what else can be presented. Because like I said, I'm not tying a bow on it.
Hang on. Okay.
That's so
my final question in ending this episode, if we're getting to that point. I don't want to cut us off if we're not there yet.
Yeah.
We're there? Okay, so my final question to you, and it's kind of important, so I do need you to think about it just a little bit if you're ready, if you're in a mental state for this. Okay. What is their couple name?
Okay, so I was thinking about this, actually.
Yes!
We can go, are we doing like their human names,
both? I want to hear everything that you've come up with. Like what, because I literally just thought of the question. I have no if, ands, or buts about it. Give me what you got.
There's but they're not good.
I don't care.
That's
That
the thing.
none of them are good.
We can go simple route. Like it can be she devil, she dare Hulk,
Dare
Dolk,
Dolk?
Dolk. But then we can also go Jat
Ew,
or
what's
men.
that?
No, not men.
What would oh no!
Matt and
men. No.
No.
Anti. No.
It'd have to be Jat
It'd have to be Jat.
or Wall Talk.
I like Wall Talk. I think She Devil is cute.
I like She Devil.
I do like She Devil a little bit. I think that's the one.
She Devil. We stand.
I'm here for the She Devil.
Hashtag She Devil.
Hashtag She Devil. She Devil for life.
For life. They're my what do people they're my OTP.
They're my hall pass.
I don't know that one.
Oh, a hall pass is if you're married, that's the one person that you could sleep with. They're simultaneously my hall pass.
Okay. I respect that.
Yes.
And I agree.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Anywho, doll. Do you want to do the ending ditty?
Let's do the ending ditty. So let us know what you guys thought about this episode. What do you think is in store for Jen Walters in the future? Do we think she's kind of being closed into this one specific realm of I'm only ever going to face men and deal with men? Or do we think that there's more, in her on the horizon for her coming into season 2? Hopefully if they're greenlit for a season 2. But yes, let us know your thoughts. Let us know what you think is going to happen in the season finale. And we will see you guys next week.
Yes. And if you're like me, turn down the volume when you play that scene over and over again.
Turn down the volume?
Yeah. Turn down the volume. Because you don't need people to know what you're watching over and over.
I'll watch it proudly.
Okay, fair enough. Pasta friends.
Bye.
Me